Well, it's hard to believe it's season 6 here at Turkey Hunter TV, and doing this for this long, we've got to see some incredible stuff. We got to turkey hunt some incredible places, but we always look forward each year to our first hunt, which is in South Texas. And that's where we're heading this week. We're gonna hunt some South Texas Rios, and we're gonna get after them.
Turkey Hunter is brought to you by Browning, the best there is.
Well, it's official, the road trip has begun. We're heading to South Texas. That's an adventure in itself. We kind of do it in 2 days, take our time so when we get there we're not tired. Seth's gonna meet us out there, Lamar's gonna meet us out there, as they do every year. We're heading to a place called Poteet, Texas, in South Texas, and it is littered with turkeys. We're hunting with a guy we hunted with last year, Ryan Ringelstein. He put us on them last year, and it's looking like he's gonna put us on them again this year. Well, here we go, guys. Ryan Ringelstein, Just Be Real Outfitters. Hopefully there's a lot of birds gobbling. We kind of got an idea where we want to go and get set up and let day break and do a little turkey hunt this morning. Looking forward to it. Beautiful morning here in Texas. Ooh, she ready. Well, Seth and I slip into a spot we found scouting. It's next to a creek, it's a high point, and there is turkey sign everywhere. Well, there are turkeys gobbling in every direction. It sounds about like 10 to 12 longbeards. They're just everywhere. And we notice one that's in front of us has hit the ground first, and he's making tracks to us. So we decide just to pour the calling to him, and he covers ground in a hurry. I hear him drumming. There he is, right here, next to the boat coming out. See his head? Right here, to the left of the boat, walking out. See him? He sees the decoys.
gosh, that's about as good as you would ever want. A perfect setup. We got in here early amongst all these thistles, and they're beautiful. And we got to calling. This turkey was way in there, sounded like, and we just kept calling. We kept getting closer, hit the ground, getting closer and closer and closer, and all at once, you know, he's 70 yards, and looked to the left of that big oak right there, and he come out and he could put on a show. Just put 2 hens out today. He walked up there to that hen, and he jumped up on her, and and I it's all I could do to keep from shooting him as soon as he jumped on her. I gave him a little time, and he stuck his head up, and I killed him. But what a textbook hunt! To have a turkey hunt like it go down in the morning off the roost, there's nothing like it. Nothing like it. That was awesome. And I think if we sit here for a minute, we liable to get nothing.
Well, Seth and I swap gun for camera. We nestle back in, get situated, and we start calling again because there was a lot of turkeys there that morning, all around us, and surely to goodness we can get another one of these guys in range.
We're traded up now. I'm on the gun. Russell's behind the camera. Just like the old days when it was just the 2 of us trying to get all this off the ground. Oh, we had an awesome hunt there, but it's early. I mean, it's early. We're gonna sit here and see. Sit here and see what happens. We had, I don't know how many gobblers around us. 4 or 5 behind us. That direction. So we're just gonna sit tight. Maybe that one shot didn't bug him too much.
Well, it doesn't take long, and after a few calling sequences, we get some birds interested.
Coming.
Well, we got some birds closing the distance to the call. It's a good situation. We got a bird behind us and we got a bird in front of us. The only problem is the bird behind us is going to reach us before the bird in front of us does. And he comes right up our tail end.
Keep him gobbling. Maybe I'll draw him in here.
Well, earlier when I went out to get my turkey, I brung him back and put him behind the tree. Well, the bird coming in behind us gets a little too close and sees that bird and starts to freak a little bit. He puts a time or two. And he starts easing back to our left. Well, we notice the turkey in front of us is closing the distance, so we decide to focus on him.
Kill him.
Well, sure enough, after some soft calling, the bird in front of us makes an appearance.
Turkey Hunter is also brought to you by Apex Competitions, Indian Creek Shooting Systems, Foot on the Head Game Calls, Grounded brand turkey vests, Apex ammunition, and Vortex optics.
Enter the Apex Outdoor Rewards Turkey Challenge in your state. Over $120,000 in cash rewards. Limited number of entries allowed statewide. Every bird is a possible winner. Reward your passion at apexoutdoorrewards.com.
Well, the bird we were working that was in front of us finally makes an appearance. The only problem is he's across the barbed wire fence in front of us, and he doesn't want to come over and check out our decoy spread. Well, after about 2 or 3 minutes, I hear a bird drumming to our left.
I hear another bird drumming. Yeah, there's another turkey drumming. I don't know where, but he's drumming. All right, he's right here in front of us. Right here in front of us. Turkey coming right to us. I see him now. Yeah, up the road to the decoy. Right here, there he goes.
It turns out the bird that snuck up our rear has come around and locked eyes on this gobbler and in our decoy spread and decides to get in between them.
Tell me when. Pretty, dude. I kill it.
I know this thing.
By golly.
What a day. He's got a paintbrush on him too. Look at that. That's a pretty bird. Look at that. Hey, dude, you worked them, but that was some Russell Knight magic right there.
Well, what an incredible morning of turkey hunting we've had. We had an epic hunt go down. We got in here, got set up. We got lucky. Turkeys behind us, in front of us. I mean, they were just in every direction. And got to calling, and sure enough, they started progressing. You know, it was early when mine came in. And I shot him off top of the decoy, and we just swapped up. I threw this turkey behind a tree. We swapped up, kept calling, and sure enough, got another one fired up.
Yep, came from behind us, didn't he?
Yeah, he could just stepped right up on us too, didn't he?
I did.
He saw this dead turkey lay behind a tree, didn't like it, started putting. But we just kept calling, and he would still gobble at it, and the one in front of us got fired up, so we just focused on the one in front of us. And sure enough, it wasn't long, Seth spotted him, and he was easing down his fence, and he just wouldn't come under it. I don't know if he could see this other bird Seth killed.
I think that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know that bird was over here.
Mm-mm.
And he was craning and looking over there.
Yeah, and I looked to the left, and I seen him blowed up, coming up this lane right here, right to the decoy spread. And sure enough, he come up there, and he strutted, you know, spit and drummed a time or two, but I think he saw us, stuck his head up a little bit.
Yeah. And then craziness ensued right there. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I was shook up. That's the whole point of turkey hunting for me.
That's exactly right.
That first one behind us at 10 yards, I was still shaking from that thing. And I don't know where that first shot. I think I got him a little bit.
Yeah, you had to.
And that second shot, I was just, you know, Hail Mary swinging as he's flying. And then he stopped, and it gave me just enough time to put a third shell in there, and I dumped him that time.
Yeah.
So.
He was a little shell-shocked. I'm glad he flew to us, though, instead of away from us. He gave Seth a shot about right where we're set up out here. What an epic turkey hunt, man.
What an incredible hunt.
Congratulations.
Hey, thank you.
That was fun.
Appreciate it. That's what it's all about. Right?
Yes, sir. Well, what an incredible morning. We had 2 turkey hunts go down. These birds work just like they're supposed to. We're eager to get back out that afternoon. Seth's gracious enough to let me shoot again. He grabs a camera. We're going to a different part of the ranch. Little did we know, we was gonna have a crazy hunt that afternoon. We are at a new location here in Texas. We hit it right this year. Everything's green. We got a lot of foliage. We're finding tracks, finding places, you know, we can turkey hunt. We come up on some sign down here, so the owner of the ranch said the turkeys lay heavy here, so we're gonna do a little running and gunning this afternoon. Me and Seth has slipped away, and we're gonna see if we can't get one to work and act. It's a perfect day to kill a turkey, and this is a beautiful ranch, so we're gonna get the decoys, load the gun, we're gonna get after turkey. Well, Seth and I find us a place to set up. It's a crossroads, and there's several fences right here. There's one high fence and a couple of low fences to our left, but there are turkey tracks everywhere. And we just decided to set up, and hopefully at this crossroads we can catch him traveling, or hopefully strike one and get him to come check us out.
Just barely, yeah. That's good.
And sure enough, after getting set up and making a few calls, we get a bird to answer.
Gobble. Here it comes.
Well, this bird shows himself. The only problem is he's across the high fence. And I'm thinking to myself, there ain't no way this turkey's going to fly over it. And hopefully he can find him a place to get under it somewhere down the fence.
At the fence. I don't know if he'll come over it.
Well, the birds keep working down the fence line, and evidently they found them a place to cross because we kept calling, and sure enough, they gobble, and I could tell that they're on this side of the fence.
Seth called me a turkey. I ain't gonna kill him.
Well, this bird is coming hot and heavy. He's just coming to our left, and we wasn't anticipating him coming through that brush, but sure enough, he's marching right through this thick stuff, coming right to the call. Well, this bird pops out to our left, which isn't what we were expecting him to do, but sometimes that's just how it goes. And the way the camera's positioned and the way I'm sitting, Seth can't see him because my head's blocking him. But eventually, he cuts right so Seth can get on him.
To your left, please.
Not now.
Yes. Kill him.
Gosh, blew his head off. That was crazy, guys. What a crazy freaking hunt.
Your head was on. I didn't move it.
Gosh.
He's in the water. Let me go get him.
Okay.
No, that's
Dust.
Well, here he is, guys, and it was a bit unorthodox, so to speak. But it was a turkey hunt nonetheless. We had a ball this afternoon and rode around a little bit, just kind of looking the place over, see, you know, would be a good looking place to call in a turkey, and found some turkey tracks. And Seth and I come out here and got out, did a little running and gunning, and second call Seth made with the box called bird answers. And unfortunately, in a lot of these places in Texas, a lot of them have high fences, which makes it a little difficult when you're trying to call a turkey across it. But anyway, that was the case here. We had a high fence in behind us here, and the turkey was across it, but they got fired up. Seth fired them up, and they kept coming. And when they popped out down here, they was just on the other side of it, and they were trying to find a place to cross and just couldn't. Down the fence somewhere, he found a place to cross the fence back. He started closing the distance. Every time he breathed on the call, he just hit at it and was covering ground.
And the next thing you know, he was 100 yards. The next thing you know, he was 60 yards. And shot him. And when I shot him, unbeknownst to us, there's a mud hole right here. And he fell off in the mud hole, as you can see. He's not as pretty as he was when he was standing out there strutting, but we'll take it nonetheless. What a turkey hunt.